welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy. And hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is June 30th, and it's a Thursday. Hey, I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia, and we are live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. You can also find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Truth Social, and TikTok. Wait till you hear what I tell you about TikTok today, and other social media by searching Larry Steinhouse. Connect with me. Have some fun. All right, just a reminder, if you're watching online, hit that like button. So everybody out there, hit that like button, hit that share button, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can subscribe to either the Money Chat Now YouTube channel or the Investor Schooling YouTube channel, but subscribe. Also, like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook, and you can comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. By the way, I'm not even sure if we're on YouTube this week. I think they shut us down once again. By the way, if you're commenting from a group and it's not the Money Chat Now fan page, your name may not show up on my dashboard, so please go to the Money Chat Now page and comment there so I can recognize you. All right, real quick, I'm going to say hello to a couple of people online. We got Charles and Mick and Glenn and Jose. And Joe. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I always appreciate you guys. Money Chat Now is brought to you by Investor Schooling. You can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com, and there you will learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day. And by the way, today's Thursday, so go to investorschooling.com right now, sign up for today's class, and come in, see me, and we'll have a really great time. All right, today's show we're going to be talking about the recap and the update of the market, and of course, I'm going to be talking about the California relief checks. Wait till you hear what Governor Useless is doing now. We're going to be talking about TikTok. Wait till you hear what's going on with TikTok, and then of course, we're going to be talking about mortgages and housing. All right, before we get started, I also wanted to thank all the people who came out last night to the Temperance House in Newtown. It was a great turnout, man. It was actually packed wall to wall. We drank, we ate, we had some great conversations about money, and I'm hoping to see you at the next one, and we'll be announcing that shortly. I believe we're moving it to Tuesday nights instead of Wednesday nights because we keep running into the open mic night. So we're going to move this to Tuesday night, and I'll let you know shortly where that's going to be. All right, real quick, before we get started, a couple other people joining us online. We got Tom and Tommy. Hey, guys, thanks so much for watching once again. I always appreciate you guys. Anybody else out there, say hi. I got Bill saying hi real quick. All right, anybody else out there, say hi so I know you're watching. All right, let's talk about yesterday. So it was pretty much a nothing day yesterday, unless, of course, you were like me and owned cruise stocks. Ugh, they got slaughtered. You know, sometimes I wonder if I'm just stuck in the play because of ego or because I really believe it can't go down any lower. I swear, the term catching a falling knife just keeps coming to mind. Well, the good news for me was that at least I sold the covered calls the day before. When the stock hit 11, I sold a whole bunch of covered calls, and then the stock tumbled so fast, I actually bought them back for a nice 47% profit in 24 hours. And honestly, that's the really, really good thing that happened to me yesterday. The Dow moved up and down several times, from the positive to the negative, and finally finished positive about 82 points. Both the S&P and NASDAQ finished a touch down. It was really nothing. And it was a basic reevaluate and wait day for Wall Street. As I've said before, earnings season is coming up, so the market's going to get ready for something that it needs a catalyst, basically, to drive the market forward. Earnings is usually that catalyst, but the fear is too much for the market right now. General Mills was the number one play yesterday. It popped after a good earnings report, and the stock finished up 6.5%. This is also a stock with a dividend of about 2.75%. I've said before that the dividend stocks are the place to hide out while you wait for good moves. I have some AT&T, and I sell the covered calls about every week to make a few bucks on my money, and that's fine. It's actually a really good play if you want to do it, make a couple of bucks on it. The dividend stock play may be the only place to be in a few months, so it might be something to look for now. Take at least half of your money, maybe 3/4 of your money, and put it into dividend-paying stocks and hold out there while you're waiting. We also had a couple of crypto hedge funds close out into liquidation. It's not going to be good for the long term for crypto. Crypto investing is finally understanding the term put out or get out. It's really a bad place to be right now. A whole bunch of stocks just had their price targets also lowered by investment firms. This included many of the chip maker stocks, such as Micron and Intel. I'm telling you, the market is bracing itself for the upcoming recession that it's going to create, and it's also going to create buying opportunities. So Look to the future. Make sure you can hold on as long as you need to. Like I said before, I'm about 70% stocks right now, and the rest is stock options. A year ago, it was completely the opposite. Real estate and energy stocks are starting to fall, and they may be put plays or wait it out and bargain hunt later to get in if you want them to go back up. Another interesting indicator was a Highline furniture company called RH Furniture cut back on their guidance and outlook. RH shares fell nearly 8% in after-hours trading following the release of the report. Now, the only thing is the stock closed at $237. Now, last year, this stock was as high as $745. That number in itself is insanity. By the way, I looked at a stock that I hadn't looked at it for a while, and I was shocked at the price. Bed Bath & Beyond is now trading below $5. This was a hot stock last year, and it was as high as $39. So then I decided to look over at Macy's, and I found that Macy's is trading at about $18. And this stock was also a star last year when the stock hit a high of $38. By the way, I got to tell you right now, I think Macy's has a lot further to fall. Single digits is my expectations. Today is also looking ugly, as the market was down about 1% when I came into the studio. The report says this is going to be the worst first half of the year since 1970. By the way, I did some research on 1970, and I'm going to do a report on it because it's pretty wild what I read. All right, we have a couple of reports today that will also move the market up or down. The weekly jobless claims will be in focus. Thursday's economics survey by Dow Jones are expecting 230,000 first-time filers. Personal income and spending data will also be released. And I'm going to tell you right now, unless these numbers are a big surprise in either direction, the market isn't going to react much. The market is most likely going to have a negative reaction no matter what the numbers are, unless they're super great. All right, let's see what's going on right now. We have the Dow. Oh, my goodness, it's gotten worse. The Dow is down almost 420 points. The S&P is down 55, and the NASDAQ is down 168. Hey, anybody got any money to put in my jar? Because this is crazy. All right, let's get into what's going on in California right now. So we all know that gas prices are insane right now, and even the average gas price, which dropped, isn't that exciting? It actually dropped to 4.86 a gallon, and we've seen some creative ways that many of the states are attempting to help their citizens by changing taxes. I reported last week that the great Governor DeSantis in Florida has removed the state gas tax for a month, along with many other sales taxes, to fight both the high price of gas and inflation. Well, Governor Newsom in California has come up with a plan that would give the citizens of the state up to $1,050 in stimulus checks. That's right, stimulus checks. You know, like the ones that the U.S. government gave everyone in 2020 and 2021. Yeah, that didn't cause any problems, did it? Anyway, there are about 23 million residents that will qualify for these checks, so that could be up to $23 billion in money going back to the people. $23 billion. Newsom is calling a middle-class rebate. All right, before I get to the where did all this money come from anyway, let me go over the qualifications to receive this money. Now, don't forget that most journalists are liberal Democrats and push the liberal agenda, and they're all fans of liberals. So I want to go back to the headline that was on the article I sourced for this material. It reads, "Millions of California families to get inflation relief stimulus checks of up to $1,050. So, of course, like everyone else, your reaction is, wow, $1,000? Well, here's the details. Those with up to $75,000 in income will receive $350 per tax filer, plus $350 if they have one or more dependent. They can have 10 dependents, they're still only getting $350. Thus, joint filers with at least one dependent stand to receive the highest. So if you're a single member, you get $350. If you're a double member and you make up to $150,000, you now get 2 checks. And if you have another family member that wasn't aborted, you can now get a check of $1,050. All right. So basically, it's as simple as that. All right. Not bad, and it brings in the approximate cost down to $9.5 billion in inflation relief funds. Still, $9.5 billion? You know, I tried to understand this bribe, and I just can't reconcile it. You know, when you have this much extra money, which is collected from taxes, maybe you should lower your tax rate to really make a difference. It's almost like Newsom and the other criminal goons in California are bribing people to stay in California by taking an excess of their money and then giving it back to them in the form of a rebate. Should California work on the other problems? You know, like maybe, I don't know, how to lower crime? How to stop people from crossing the border? You know, stuff like that. How to make people feel safe, maybe? Not worried about their store being robbed? I don't know. I just don't get it. By the way, isn't California the state that is pushing electric vehicles? So if all these residents get it, or just the ones, or do just the ones with gas cars get it? Also, $150,000 capped income before receiving the check? Don't you need at least $400,000 a year just to be middle class in California? Who knows? Maybe he's trying to get back all the residents who moved to Mexico from California. Yeah, if you didn't watch my episode on the migration from California to Mexico, it is estimated that over 600,000 people moved to Mexico from California to have lower taxes and, get this, have less crime. They're actually moving away from the crime caused by the influx of criminals from Mexico. They're moving to Mexico because all the criminals are moving into their old neighborhood in California. Do you remember when Schwarzenegger was governor of California? I think that was the last time California was a good state to live in. Anyway, the bribe of approximately 2 tanks of gas is expected by California residents shortly. I expect it to be sucked up by inflation as quickly as it can. All right, let's take a break here. And if you're tired of inflation and don't have enough money, find out how you can make more by watching this commercial.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock options sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like more information on investor schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829, 866-424-2829. Hey, I want to thank you all for listening on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia. And if you're watching online, please hit the share button so you can help your friends learn how to make more money. Hit that share button right now. Come on, everybody out there, hit that share button. Come on, Lou and Peter and Kim and Michael. Hit the share button right now and let everybody know what's going to come up and how they can make some more money. All right, so far, of course, we talked about the recap, and it's looking pretty ugly. Let's take a look at the Dow real quick. The Dow is down 417 points. The S&P is down 55, and the NASDAQ is down 172. Oh, it's just ugly. All right, we also talked about Governor Useless and his California relief checks. It's pretty funny. I mean, I just can't believe that these guys are doing this. All right, coming up, of course, we have TikTok and what's going on with TikTok, and then we have mortgages and housing. And, of course, then we have today's picks and plays. Come on, you guys hit that like button. Everybody out there, hit that like button, right? Michael, hit that like button. Peter, hit that like button. Lewis, hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button. Hit that like button. Bill and Tom and Joe, Glenn, hit that like button right now. All right. And, of course, if you want to leave comments, you can leave comments on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. And if you're listening on WWDB Radio, be sure and set a preset to this station and listen every day at 7:30. Also, look up Money Chat Now on Facebook when you get home and let me know what you think of the show. Hey, before we start the second half, don't forget, did you order my new book? By the way, if you've ordered my new book and you've either read it on Kindle or read it on Nook, because you could get it now, please leave a review. So please go back to either Kindle or either Amazon or Barnes & Noble, and please leave a review. I'd really appreciate it. There are about 14 reviews right now, and I'd like to see a lot more. All right. By the way, the book, if you ordered it, will be coming out next week. Obviously, I think it's in 3 weeks, so you'll actually get it real soon. So go ahead and order it if you haven't, and if you have, please let me know what you think of it. All right, let's get into the second half. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on here. Hey, we got a new visitor here. We got a guy named John. I don't recognize that name. All right, let's talk about TikTok. All right, here's something from the Donald Trump warned you files. Do you remember when Trump wanted to ban the Chinese app TikTok in America? He stated that this app was spying machine and taking personal data from the users and using that data for possible nefarious reasons. Even I at the time thought he was nuts. Well, I always think Trump is nuts, and that's probably why I like him so much. So, that's fine. However, he claimed this app was dangerous. Well, this week, Brendan Carr, one of the FCC's commissioners, shared via Twitter a letter to Apple CEO Tim Cook and Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai that pointed to reports that other developments that made TikTok non-compliant with the two companies' own App Store policies. So TikTok is owned by a company called ByteDance, and when I looked up the company, it is pretty clear that their goal is data collection through their array of social media apps. Who they sell their data to and how it is used is not clear. However, Brendan Carr, in a letter, stated the following: TikTok is not what it appears to be on the surface. It is not just an app for sharing funny videos or memes. That's the sheep's clothing. He said, it continued in the letter, at its core, TikTok functions as a sophisticated surveillance tool that harvests extensive amounts of personal and sensitive data. Now, look, I gotta be honest, I can't figure out what the data he's concerned with. I mean, they're gonna have my name, they're gonna have my email, they're gonna have my phone number, I got it. But, that's pretty much everything, so I kind of hold myself ignorant on whether to delete the app or not. Even ByteDance defended itself by saying it has data integrity. Now, when a Chinese company says it has data integrity, that right there should scare you. The Chinese have proven time after time that they have no integrity, and then the only thing they could do is whatever they want to do with the data. But the government can also seize the data in China at any time as well. So that's kind of scary. So the FCC commissioner who asked to have the apps removed gave both Google and Apple a requirement to remove the app or send him a letter stating why they feel that TikTok did not violate their store policies. When I read it, I said, yeah, good luck. Like, they're really going to respond to this. Now, of course, as politicians, they might send him a letter, not politicians, but to be politically correct, they might send him a letter just to be friendly, but neither of these companies are going to do anything about this. As far as TikTok, look, you're soon going to find out you're soon going to see the Stock Option Sultan and Money Chat Now on TikTok. So go there, look for Stock Option Sultan, look for Money Chat Now, and enjoy it. That's, of course, if you're not scared about being spied on by the Chinese. All right, let's talk about mortgages. All right, what's going on here? So if Powell wanted to stop the prices of housing from increasing, here's a sure sign that it might be working. So mortgage applications are on the serious decline. Right now, the average mortgage rate for a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage with good credit is about 5.84%, which is slightly down from 5.98%. Look, I've been saying this, that it's not such a big deal anyway. 5, 6, or 7% interest rates are nothing to worry about. The problem is, however, the prior expectation of mortgage rates in the 3% range that we saw in the past year is freaking people out. So because of this, the average loan amount has also significantly decreased. So the average loan amount has hit a peak in March 2022 of $460,000, is now an average of $413,000. So that's a pretty big drop, $47,000 difference in how much money people are applying for. Clearly, the cost of money is driving down the affordability of being able to borrow it. When I look at graphs and charts for housing starts and pre-owned home sales, they become difficult to interpret, actually. Look, if I didn't look at any other data or the consumer confidence index wasn't slowly falling, I might even say that there isn't a problem in real estate right now. It's kind of weird. It's a strange moment in time. It's kind of like frozen. We're kind of sitting there waiting for it to fall. Like, you shoot I don't know, you could consider like shooting a bullet in the air, and that moment before, when it hits the peak and before it falls, that's where it is right now. It's just sitting there in the air. So things should be reacting a certain way, like house prices should be falling quickly, but they just aren't. With all the economic data, such as a possible recession, which, by the way, won't even be noticeable for most, the first one anyway, and you would think the sky is falling, right? Definitely, it has some cracks, but the housing market and the mortgage market are still good. They just aren't as good as they were a year ago. And a year ago, they were kind of inflated because of COVID. So yes, house pricing is not dropping too fast, and it's probably just stabilizing. Mortgage rates are going to top out between, 6, maybe 7%. And that will become the new normal for a while. Even stocks and 401ks will start to stabilize. Just to close this out, many people ask me if it's a bad time to buy a house or an investment property. Well, the answer is it's never a bad time to buy a house, and it's never a bad time to buy an investment property. A house, by definition I'm using, is the home you're going to be living in. Never look as your primary residence as an investment. People make this mistake all the time. Always look at it as the place you live in. If it meets your needs and you can see yourself there for the next 7 to 10 years, go ahead and buy it. If you think you're going to move in 3 years, my suggestion is to rent, not buy. As for an investment, as for an investment property, it is all about the numbers. If you can make money on your money or borrowed money, then it's a good deal. Don't get stuck in the mantra that this isn't a good time to buy. As for me, I'm always buying. I got 2 coming up this week. Look, let's take a break here. When I get back, I'll be going over some picks and plays that you can make some money on. We'll see you guys in a minute. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and I've written a book called Money Hacks. The subtitle to this book is because everything you think you know about money is wrong, and I promise you there are things you think about money that are wrong. There are chapters in this book that I think you will find absolutely fascinating, and some of them are, what is money anyway? Can money buy happiness? I'll bet you don't know the answer to that question. The truth about credit scores, how you can actually use credit cards to rebuild your credit. I also have chapters on being your own bank, how to buy houses with an IRA, and how to invest with other people's money. There are so many other chapters. There are 22 total chapters in this book, and I promise you're going to learn how to make more money and pay less taxes when you buy this book. My name is Larry Steinhouse. The name of the book is Money Hacks. You can get this book wherever fine books are sold, and you can go to barnesandnoble.com right now and pre-order it. I hope that you will enjoy it. All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. By the way, you guys ordered a book yet? Go order the book. All right, I want to say hello to a couple of people online, new people joining us. We got Ken, and we got a troll called Ken. That's kind of cool. And we got Deb. All right, everybody, keep listening. All right, so far, of course, we've been talking about the recap and the update, and right now the Dow is still down 417, the S&P is down 56, and the NASDAQ is down 177. We talked about these California relief checks. I mean, honestly, hello, just lower the taxes, right? Then we got TikTok, and we talked about how TikTok is a spying machine. If you believe that, I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence. And of course, mortgages and housing, it's not as bad as it sounds yet, but it's probably coming. All right, coming up, we have today's picks and plays, but did you guys hit that like button yet? Did you guys hit that share button? Come on, Ken, my new troll, hit that share button. Let everyone know what great stock plays are coming by sharing this information. You could share it on your page or in groups. You can feel that you will benefit from great stock plays. Hey, Ken, hit the share button at the top of it. Say, I hate this guy. All right, you can also leave comments on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And of course, if you're listening on WWDB Radio, set one of your presets to this channel and listen every day at 7:30 for all you need to know about the politics behind the stock market. All right, let's talk about today. So it looks like another ugly day on the horizon. Ugh, I need a break. It's crazy. It really is. It appears that fear is the market's only emotion this year. The VIX is back to the magic 30 number, or a terrible 30 number, I guess, and really hasn't fallen far from there in recent weeks. The new normal is fast-moving swings that will definitely drive you crazy. So the best strategy right now is to buy stocks that you can hold for a number of years if you have to. Hold them and sell them and sell the covered calls to make some money. And sell them every week. Look, it's been holding my account somewhat steady the past month. I got to tell you, my account's slowly moving down, but I probably made 20, 25, 30,000 in the last month just selling covered calls, and that would have been 20 to 25,000 I wouldn't have had. So I would definitely start doing that. I do like Meta below 160, and it should go there today. Don't forget that earnings season is around the corner. Now, the problem with earnings season is that the market has a bunch of depressed addicts doing the buying right now. Basically, they're running a little scared, and they're running out of money to keep pouring into the market. This could make a muted pre-earnings pop. On the other hand, when stocks are beaten down this low, often the estimates of earnings and profits are projected low. That would mean that the stocks may be very undervalued and will pop after earnings. The safe route is holding dividend-paying stocks and a little bit of fun, buy options over 2 earnings periods, if you can afford it anyway. All right. Then close your eyes and hope for the best. All right, let's take a final look at the Dow right now and the futures right now and see what's going on. Excuse me. All right, we have the Dow is still down 405. We have the S&P down 54 and the NASDAQ down 167. All right, let's get into crypto here. So Bitcoin can clearly no longer maintain that $20,000 price. It's about $19,000 now, and I'm telling you right now, the next step is going to be $12,000 to $13,000. I thought it might go to 28,000 one more time, as I've said before, but that's just not going to happen now. It will not happen. I really feel this is the end of crypto run. My prediction is it's going to fall into the sidelines with very little value, not tomorrow, but probably, I'm going to say within 2 years. However, we will see a resurgence in blockchain technology in the future with either a worldly acceptance of a coin or even the current fiat currencies going on the blockchains. Watch for it. In 5 years, this is going to be the typical conversation. Hey, remember that thing called Bitcoin? So watch for it. It's going to be a little bit of scary. All right. The precious metals are still moving down slightly. Gold is about 1820, and silver moved down to about 20, a little over 20. I really hate the hype on precious metals. The best part about these investments years ago is that they were quiet movers. Now every channel has a TV commercial about buying gold and silver, and it's actually starting to make me nervous because of that. Look, be quiet. That's what ruined Bitcoin. Everybody talked about it. Be quiet. Hey, just stop talking about gold and silver. That's why pretty soon you have to start looking for things that people aren't talking about. The Treasury bond is also just about 3%, and it may help the market, but I don't know what's going to help it at all. Oil once again dropped below 110 a barrel, and the average gas price moved down to $4.86 a gallon. So once again, everybody all together now. Let's go, Brandon. Great job. I love it. All right. So I also want to remind you all that I want to thank all the listeners on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia, and I want to thank you for your continued support. If you're enjoying the show, please reach out and let us know. My name is Larry Steinhouse. I am the host of Money Chat Now. I am also the CEO of Investor Schooling. And by the way, if you want to contact me directly, I do have a website that you can contact me. You can make an appointment with me. Go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and you can make an appointment with me. And by the way, my troll actually said that he said that my advice was good advice. Wow, I'm impressed that I converted a troll to become a liker. That's pretty good. Hey Ken, did you share this? Come on, share it with your friends. Tell everybody how smart I am. Hey, I also want to remind everybody from time to time I own some of the assets and options discussed in this show, and the opinions discussed in this show is solely mine, and no one has asked me to discuss them. I got some really good stuff tomorrow that I want to talk about before we go into July 4th, so make sure you listen in tomorrow. It's going to be a really good show. And as usual, you guys need to keep listening, and of course today, make it a profitable day.